Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from our news hub, Atomic Junction, Benab House, Accra. My name is Fawzia Abdullah. Coming up, court grants 50,000 bail condition with two sureties to blogger Samuel Amadato after he was picked by security operatives for allegedly publishing false information about former board chair of the National Communications Authority. We have further details of his arrest as the Ghana Bloggers Association condemned his 3 days detention by the police. Also in this package, shocking statistics as the Bono region records a surge in HIV cases in a new report by the Ghana AIDS Commission, which says close to 20,000 people are living with the virus in the region. International. And on the international front, fire outbreak at Brazil COP30 climate event disrupts conference. Details shortly. These and many more stories coming up in the next few minutes. Do stay. To Baina Midday News, and we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Baina TV. Now let's move on to our very first story. The Ghana Bloggers Association has raised concern over the arrest and 3-night detention of blogger Samuel Amadato, who is accused of publishing false information about former board chair of the National Communications Authority, Okateche Boachidankwa Abebio II, on his digital platform. In a statement, the GBA reaffirmed its commitment to ethical and responsible digital journalism while stressing the importance of protecting the rights of individuals involved in legal processes.
According to the Ghana Bloggers Association, it does not support the intentional spread of false or harmful information, noting that such acts erode public trust, damage reputations, and weaken the credibility of the digital media ecosystem. The Ghana Bloggers Association commended the Ghana Police Service for following due process in addressing misinformation-related complaints and urged all parties to allow investigations to proceed without interference. It added that anyone found guilty should face the law as required by the Constitution. However, the association criticized the reported 3-night detention of Amadato, calling for adherence to constitutional safeguards, timely processing of suspects, and the avoidance of unnecessary pretrial detention. It reminded the public that Amadato, like all suspects, is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Reiterating the importance of responsible online publishing, the Ghana Bloggers Association encouraged bloggers, influencers, and digital content creators to verify information before publication. It also announced plans to scale up training on fact-checking, digital ethics, content responsibility, and professional standards. The statement concluded by reaffirming the GBA's dedication to fostering an ethical and secure digital media environment while advocating for fairness and dignity for all. Meanwhile, reports indicate that court has granted bail to the blogger Samuel Amadato in the sum of 50,000 Ghana cedis and 2 sureties after he was arraigned before court today. Earlier, the police opposed to the bail request on grounds that it would jeopardize their investigations, and so he must be placed into police custody. But that was opposed by Samuel's legal team, who had argued that he was unlawfully placed under police detention for 3 days and that he must be granted bail so he can spend some time with his family.
Moving on, the Ghana AIDS Commission has revealed that the Bono region has recorded 20,000 people living with HIV and AIDS. According to Bono East and Ahafo Regional Technical Coordinator of the Commission, Ahmed Ibrahim Bambila, the figure is alarming, calling for increase in education among the populace.
The Bono East and Ahafo Regional Technical Coordinator of the Ghana AIDS Commission, Ahmed Ibrahim Bambila, revealed that the region also documented 875 new HIV infections, describing the numbers as alarming and calling for stronger, well-coordinated interventions to address the drivers of transmission and prevent further spread. Mr. Bambila made these remarks during the inauguration of the Bono Regional Committee of the Ghana AIDS Commission in Sunyani on Thursday, November 20th, 2025. The newly inaugurated 9-member committee, chaired by the Bono Regional Minister Joseph Adey Akwabwa, is tasked with leading and coordinating HIV-related programs aimed to reducing infections and improving care across the region. He noted that several factors continue to fuel HIV transmission in the area, including low condom use, multiple sexual partners, stigma and discrimination, inadequate sexual health education, migration, transactional sex, and limited access to HIV service. According to the 2024 HIV estimates, the Bono region's HIV prevalence stands at 2.22% among people aged 15 to 49, higher than the national average. Mr. Bambila urged community groups, health facilities, civil society organizations, and traditional leaders to intensify education and advocacy to reduce stigma, promote safer sexual practices, and expand access to testing and treatment services.
Let's do some politics now, because chairman of the New Patriotic Party's Presidential Elections Committee, Joe Osei-Wusu, has rejected petitions from student groups and diaspora members seeking a reversal of the ban on proxy voting in the party's 2026 presidential primaries. They argue the decision disenfranchises members who are unable to travel to vote, particularly those studying or residing overseas. Joseph Osei-Wusu addressed these concerns at a news conference earlier.
The earlier published position or guideline on proxy voting. We've listened to all kinds of petitions. We've read the petitions presented by sections of the party, and after listening to all that, we came to a conclusion that for the sake of conducting an election that is incident-free and election that is respected, election that is accessible to all, a very credible elections, that provision or that ban should be maintained. We will still not have proxy voting in this 2026 presidential primaries. That position is maintained. Thank you very much for coming.
You're still watching Baina Midday News. We'll go for a quick break, and after that we'll bring you business and more. Do stay.
Many things Muhammad brought Islam. In reality, Muhammad came as a reformer. Before the advent of Muhammad, all the messengers, including Jesus Christ, Habakkuk, Moses, were Muslims. We will be quoting from the Bible and the Quran to let you understand that they were practicing Islam before the advent of Muhammad. Join our team, the Critical Thinkers Dawah, as we throw light on these facts about Islam.
My Journey to Islam, Fridays at 4 p.m. only on Baina TV. Kada ku rasa shirin siyasa da kuka fi so tare da Amir Mukhtar Mauni, showing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. only on Baina TV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ejidiyefo metumu nyina salama. Let the Bible and Quran speak organization. Eni Baina TV ena yede adesua eka nipa akoma adesua nso a eboro adwene ntiase so. Na saa adesua yi Bible eni Quran kyerɛkyerɛ yi ebrɛwo ewo Baina TV. Nyadade na me nso menya mmere na yensia konwa na yendosukɔ ewo Bible eni Quran mu. Na enkyerɛkyerɛ no yɛato din sɛ ɔsom enkyerɛkyerɛ ɛwɔ Baina TV. Na ɛbɛyɛ mfasoɔ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ dankwa ma temu ada nkɔka breguofoɔ. Nti edu saa mmere no a sia konwa na mesia konwa na me no yɛfa saa desua yi ɛfa mboa yɛn. Ɔsom enkyerɛkyerɛ yɛfrɛ me Sheikh Ilyas Abdurrahman.
Ɔsom enkyerɛkyerɛ, this and every Saturday at 8 p.m. only on Baina TV.
You're welcome back and thank you for staying. If you just tuned in, you're watching Baina Midday News and we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Baina TV. Now let's delve into the world of business, and Fitch Solution is projecting strong economic momentum for Ghana in 2026, forecasting that the country will outperform many emerging markets. The UK-based research and analytics firm says Ghana's robust macroeconomic rebound in 2025 has laid a firm foundation for sustained growth.
The PricewaterhouseCoopers 2026 Post-Budget Forum in Accra on Wednesday, November 19, Assistant Director at Fitch Solutions, Mike Kuriniga, commended Ghana's current economic direction. He noted that the 2026 budget aligns with the firm's outlook, with real GDP growth expected to inch up from 5.8% in 2025 to 5.9% in 2026. According to him, growth will be driven mainly by resilient private consumption and a continued rebound in investment, particularly fixed investment, which is recovering after a sharp decline in 2023. Kuriniga added that Ghana's medium-term growth is projected to stabilize at around 5% beyond 2026, pointing out that the country's expected performance stands out historically and relative to global peers. However, he cautioned that rising insecurities in the Sahel poses a significant risk to Ghana's economic prospects. The spread of Islamist militant activity, he explained, could trigger spillover threats that undermine investment, fiscal stability, and broader economic conditions. He emphasized that Ghana has so far been more shielded from violent spillovers than coastal neighbors like Benin, owing to its open northern terrain, less favorable for militant hideouts, and stronger state presence in northern community. But with extremist groups gaining ground in parts of the Sahel, especially Mali, he warned that Ghana may need to increase defense spending to address potential risks.
And in some news beyond our borders, a fire swept through several pavilions at Brazil's COP30 climate conference, forcing a full evacuation on the penultimate day of the event. 13 people were treated for smoke inhalation, though the blaze was brought under control within about 6 minutes. More details in the following report.
Firefighters ordered the entire venue closed for roughly 7 hours. When the site later reopened, attendees gradually returned, some resuming negotiations, others collecting belongings, while security teams kept the damaged pavilions cordoned off behind metal barricades and curtains. Officials say the fire began near the China Pavilion, close to several Africa pavilions, and the Climate Live Entertainment Plus Culture Pavilion. Video footage showed flames spreading rapidly through the canvas-based structures. A coordinator for Climate Live, Samuel Robin, confirmed that neighboring pavilions were quickly engulfed. Para-State Governor Helder said a generator malfunction or electrical short in a booth may have sparked the blaze. Much of the Belém venue had still been under construction as the summit began, with exposed beams, unfinished floors, and workers rushing to complete pavilions during early events.
And in the world of sports, the official fixtures for the Intercontinental Playoffs for the 2026 FIFA World Cup have been confirmed following Thursday's draw at FIFA headquarters in Zurich, Switzerland. The mini tournament will be held in Mexico from March 23rd to March 31st, 2026, with the winner securing a place in the next year's World Cup. Democratic Republic of Congo and Iraq were seeded for the playoffs. DR Congo will face the winner of the match between New Caledonia and Jamaica, while Iraq will take on the winner of Bolivia versus Suriname. DR Congo earned their spot representing Africa after defeating Cameroon and Nigeria in the final international window of 2025. Captain Chancel Memba said the team led the team to the playoff qualifications. From the CONCACAF region, Jamaica and Suriname qualified after Curacao, Haiti and Panama secured their spots. Bolivia will represent South America, while New Caledonia represents Oceania. Now this brings us to the end of today's news bulletin, but before we go, let's recap today's major headlines. Court grants 50,000 bail conditions with 2 sureties to blogger Samuel Amadator after he was picked by security operations for allegedly publishing false information about former board chair of the National Communications Authority. We also told you about shocking statistics as the Bono region recorded a surge in HIV cases in a new report by the Ghana AIDS Commission, which says close to 20,000 people are living with the virus in the region. And on the international front, we brought about fire outbreak at Brazil's COP30 climate event, disrupting conference. You can visit our website at www.bainamultimedia.com for more news. My name is Fauzia Abdallah. Have a good afternoon.